You burst into the world screaming from 9 mouths at once, and your first breath fills the air with poison. Your parents are Typhon, the fire-breathing giant with snake legs, and Echidna, the half-woman half-serpent who makes all other monsters look tame by comparison. Welcome to the most dysfunctional family in Greek mythology. Your siblings include Cerberus, the three-headed guard dog of the underworld, and the Chimera, a lion-goat-snake combination that breathes fire without warning. There is also the Colchian dragon, who guards some golden fleece somewhere in a distant kingdom. Family reunions must be absolutely terrifying since everyone is trying to devour everyone else at the dinner table. Your father Typhon once tried to overthrow Zeus himself, and he nearly succeeded in destroying the entire pantheon. The guy has hundreds of snakes for legs and a head that touches the stars when he stands at full height. Your mother Echidna lives in a cave somewhere, beautiful from the waist up but pure nightmare from the waist down. These are your parents, and this is your bloodline, which means you come from legendary stock. But here is the twist that changes everything. Your mom does not raise you because the goddess Hera swoops in and takes you under her divine wing. She has ambitious plans for you, and they involve blood and vengeance. See, Hera absolutely despises this guy named Heracles, who happens to be the illegitimate son of her husband Zeus. The whole situation is a complicated drama that spans generations. Hera wants you to grow up strong, vicious, and ready to tear Heracles apart when the opportunity finally arrives. You are basically being raised as a living weapon designed for a single purpose. She deposits you in Lerna, a swampy region near Argos filled with murky lakes and thick fog that never lifts. The air here always smells rotten and stagnant, which is perfect for a monster of your caliber. Reeds grow tall enough to block the sunlight, and the water moves slowly through the darkness. This place feels ancient, older than the cities nearby, older than memory itself. Your new home sits right next to an entrance to the underworld, the realm where dead souls go for eternity. Hades himself rules down there in the darkness, and you are essentially his unofficial doorman at the surface entrance. Guard this gate and make sure nobody gets through without permission. Anyone who wanders too close becomes your next meal. Your 9 heads are already causing problems because each one has a mind of its own, and they cannot agree on anything. One head wants to sleep while another wants to hunt, and 3 of them are arguing about which direction to slither. And the middle head, the big one in the center, that one is special because it cannot die, not ever. It also breathes fire, which is a nice bonus. The other 8 heads release poisonous breath so deadly that even the smell kills anything nearby. The locals notice you pretty quickly because how could they ignore a giant serpent with multiple heads in their swamp? The villagers start losing livestock first, with sheep and goats vanishing during the night. Then they start losing each other as travelers disappear into the marshes. Word spreads fast, stay away from Lerna because there is something terrible in that swamp. Days turn into months, and months stretch into years while you grow bigger and meaner. The swamp belongs to you now. The water that used to be fresh now runs thick with your poison. Fish float belly up on the surface, and birds avoid flying overhead. Your presence corrupts everything in the region. Hunting becomes second nature as the seasons pass. You coil beneath the murky water with only your nostrils and eyes above the surface, waiting with endless patience. When a deer approaches the shoreline to drink, it has no idea what lurks below, and that ignorance becomes its final mistake. 8 heads strike at once, and dinner is served in seconds. But your real talent reveals itself when someone tries to fight back. A brave warrior charges at you with a bronze sword and manages to slice off one of your heads. For a moment, he thinks he has achieved victory. Wrong. 2 new heads burst from the wound before the blood stops flowing, and the warrior drops his sword before running screaming into the night. This regeneration ability is absolutely ridiculous. Every time you lose a head, you gain 2 more, which means getting hurt makes you stronger. Some warriors try hacking away at all your heads at once, but they just create more problems for themselves. By the time they realize their mistake, you have doubled in size and they find themselves surrounded by snapping jaws. One fool brought 6 soldiers with bronze swords. They managed to cut off 4 heads, but 8 new ones grew back immediately. The soldiers ran so fast they left their sandals behind. The Greeks start using your name to describe impossible tasks. Cutting off a hydra means trying to solve a problem that only gets worse the harder you work at it. Poets sing about you, artists paint you on pottery, and children grow up hearing stories about the monster who cannot be killed. Years pass while your reputation grows legendary. Shepherds refuse to graze their flocks anywhere near Lerna. The goddess Hera checks in from time to time, watching you terrorize the countryside. She is pleased because her secret weapon is progressing nicely. Then one day you smell something different on the wind: smoke, burning cloth, and leather. Someone is approaching your lair, and they are not afraid. Most creatures flee the moment they catch your scent, but these footsteps keep coming. You rise from the depths with water dripping from your scales and spot two figures on the shoreline. One is huge, muscles bulging, carrying a massive club and wearing a lion skin. He killed the Nemean lion as his first labor, and now he is here for you. The other is younger, holding a torch. Must be his nephew. The big one starts shooting flaming arrows into your cave to draw you out. The absolute disrespect of attacking your home fills you with rage. You charge at them with all 9 heads, hissing and spitting venom. The muscular one swings his club and takes off one of your heads in a single powerful blow, and he looks genuinely surprised when 2 new ones grow back instantly. Welcome to the party, hero. This is going to be more fun than you expected. But then the smaller one does something completely unexpected. Every time the big guy cuts off a head, the young one rushes forward with his torch and burns the wound shut. No wound means no regeneration, and your heads stop coming back. That is cheating, and you are absolutely not prepared for teamwork. Still, you fight back with everything you have. Your toxic breath fills the air while your coils wrap around the hero, squeezing tight. Just when you think you might win, Hera sends backup. A giant crab scuttles out of the swamp and starts biting the hero's feet. Good old crab buddy to the rescue. Except the hero looks down, mildly annoyed, and crushes the crab with one stomp. So much for backup. The battle drags on, and you are losing heads faster than you can regrow them. The nephew with the torch is too quick and too efficient for you to handle. One by one, your mortal heads fall and get burned into silence. Only your immortal head remains, the center one, thrashing and snapping and refusing to surrender. The hero pulls out a golden sword, and you wonder where he managed to get that because some goddess probably handed it to him for this exact moment. One clean slice, and your immortal head separates from your body in a spray of venomous blood. You are not dead exactly because that head cannot die no matter what happens to it. But you cannot really do much without a body attached to it. He stuffs your still-living head under a massive boulder, just shoves it right under there without any ceremony. You are immortal, but also completely trapped forever beneath that stone. Your mouth keeps snapping at nothing, and your eyes blink in the endless darkness. This is your existence now, and it will be your existence for all eternity. Meanwhile, the hero dips his arrows in your spilled blood because your poison is still deadly even after death. He is going to use your own venom to kill other monsters throughout his remaining labors. And the nerve of this guy is absolutely unbelievable. Hera is absolutely furious that her perfect weapon has been defeated, but she does not let your legacy fade into obscurity. She grabs the crab and your severed body and hurls them both into the night sky. Now you are a constellation, the largest one up there, stretched across the heavens for all eternity. The crab becomes Cancer, sitting right next to you among the stars. So here you are in your final state of existence. Part of you, specifically your immortal head, is stuck under a rock near Lerna, still alive, and still angry, and still trying to bite anything that moves. The rest of you is scattered across the night sky, glittering above the same swamp where you once ruled as the most feared creature in all of Greece. Travelers look up and see your constellation every single night, and you cannot hurt them anymore. But at least they have to see your face forever. And somewhere down there in the mortal world, your blood is still poisoning rivers that flow through distant lands. Your venom is still coating arrows that heroes use in their quests. Your name is still used to describe problems that multiply when you try to solve them. Not bad at all for a 9-headed swamp monster with serious anger issues and a very complicated relationship with fire. Oh, and that giant crab that tried to help you during the battle? Still up there in the stars too, still completely useless as always.